Yo, what is up everybody? Jumping here and I am back with my Chalice dungeon run for Bloodborne. Alrighty, well in our last episode we started the very first dungeon and it was incredibly easy. And this is actually back-to-back recording, so I haven't been able to read any of your guys' comments yet to see what you guys think, because in the first episode I asked a lot of questions where I want your guys' input. And once I read that stuff, I'll be able to adjust this series to your liking. But for now, we're just going to continue with what I was doing, which is going to be the order of the Chalice dungeons. Now, I was thinking, to be quite honest, son of a bitch. Because, honestly, there's no way I collected 6 Ritual Blood 2s. I think I'm going to just say fuck it and basically kind of cheat in a way. Because, yeah, fuck that shit. If you remember, in the last episode I was saying that I wanted to actually try to collect all that stuff again, but I have so many of it right now, I don't really need to. And to get like all of the Ritual Bloods and everything, you really have to go and find them. You have to go out of your way. And for these early ones, I really don't want to do that. So overall, I think I might scrap that. So hopefully you guys agree with me on that. But we'll have to see. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be in Depth 2, so this is going to be a little bit harder, but still really freaking easy overall. So, let's do this. Alrighty guys, we are inside, and once again, I'm going to try to speedrun this one because it's going to be so easy, and I did switch my weapon up just to mix it up a little bit. We're going to be using the saw spear. Anyway, let's go ahead and run through this. Fuck you, bitch, what up? I think I might transform this, because for my entire Blood Level 4 playthrough, I was using it like the untransformed. I want to say one-handed, but no matter what, this thing is one-handed, so we're just gonna say untransformed version of it. So I think I'm gonna transform it. It's a little bit slower, it hits harder, but it's pretty good. Ah, die, get on somewhere, fools. Okay, something I wanted to talk about like right away. I was just thinking about it before I started this episode, and I really want to know. You know, one great thing about this series, I'm going to try to actually get a lot of your guys' input, so I really appreciate it if you could take a couple seconds out of your time if you're watching this. Even if you don't watch the whole thing, that's why I'm bringing this up in the beginning, because this is something I am interested in. What are the games that you are most excited about that are going to be coming out? Now, obviously, I imagine most people watching my videos are going to be very excited for Dark Souls 3. So, that's kind of a given. You can list that in a list. I don't mind that. But name something else as well. And another part of this question is going to be, are you hyped for the Bloodborne DLC? Now, obviously, if you don't have a PS4, I'm sure you're not hyped because you're like, fuck it. I don't like Bloodborne. It sucks. But hey, you know, it's whatever. Anyway, if you want to know my answer to this question, it's always funny because when people generally will ask a question like, hey, what would you do in this situation? Or, hey, what do you think about this? A lot of times when anyone will ever say this, or say that, I mean, remember, I've been up all night, I'm a little tired here. Well, wait a minute, I'm not tired, I'm pretty hyped up on coffee and caffeine, so I might be acting a little bit crazy right now. But I'm gonna be messing up some words and everything. Oh man, there's a lot of crap in here. Anyway, the point here is that anytime someone will say, what would you do if you had a time machine? Or some shit like that. Really what they're saying is, hey, do you want to hear what I would do if I had a time machine? Because they really just want to tell you what they think. And that is the truth. So maybe that's why I brought this up. Because I want to talk about a game I haven't talked about. I get this question a lot, but I'm gonna quickly talk about this. I am actually really hyped, and I hate to be this way because you guys should know by now I am one not to try to get hyped, but I think I might have goofed. I did something I should not have done. I watched some gameplay / trailers of Fallout 4. And oh my god, I want to play that game so bad now. You know, I'm very, very confused by Fallout 4. Because a lot of people were complaining about the game, saying, oh, the graphics, oh my god. Now, I will say, the graphics are not perfect, okay? They're really not, like, super next-gen. But remember, guys, hold up. This is the thing that really makes me mad. If you're playing on the PC, you can actually, like... Well, I don't think you can personally do anything about it. Obviously, the graphics are always going to look better on the PC. But I know, like, if you mod Fallout, which is kind of crazy because I know that the Xbox One is going to support modding of Fallout, or just modding in general. So yeah, that's pretty good. We got Bloodborne, guys, but shit, if you're on Xbox One, you got the modding. And for a game like Fallout 4, that's gonna be incredible, depending on what can be done with that. Anyway, yeah, so I'm really hyped for the game. Like I said, I think I goofed because I never watched trailers. I try not to watch all this gameplay shit, you know? I made a freaking reaction video, a totally not serious reaction video to me watching the Dark Souls, which you guys should know. I do want to play Dark Souls 3, obviously, you know. The game's awesome, and I'm really looking forward to it. But I tried to avoid watching the trailers and the gameplay. People send me links all the time. They send me messages about it, like, oh, have you seen this, you know, gameplay? It's a long 18-minute version, whatever. And I just don't watch it, you know. But somehow I was bored and I was on YouTube and I had a recommended video for Fallout 4. I ended up watching it and I got really hyped. But the point here is I try to avoid that shit because I don't want to get hyped. But I love me some Fallout. I really do. Anyway, back to the discussion about the graphics. Yeah, the graphics aren't perfect, but if you do play on PC, from what I've noticed, because I do watch like certain things like mod videos for Skyrim, for example, and holy shit, some of the mods you could do for graphics in that game is incredible. Like fucking Skyrim that is like modded in certain ways with a really good PC. I mean, it looks so next gen, and it's pretty old at this point, so yeah. I imagine Fallout's going to be looking pretty good when people start getting those mods. And once again, that's going to suck because Xbox, well, they're going to get mods. Although, I don't know. Like, we'll have to see about what maybe people could do with those mods. It might be pretty limited, you know what I'm saying? Because I would imagine Xbox may restrict certain mods because in a lot of those kind of games like Skyrim and Fallout, now I'm not admitting to anything here, but I do know of this. I know it exists, but I'm not admitting to anything, okay? So don't get any wrong ideas. Okay, maybe I might have, like, seen this before. Anyway, point here is that you can have, like, sex mods and shit for those games, which I remember, like, there was, what was it? GTA? San Andreas? There was, fucking sex mod. It basically was a mod. That was the thing. The only way to get access to hot coffee in San Andreas was to get a mod, okay? But man, people flipped shit over that, man. That was a huge controversy when that happened, you know. Everybody was going nuts. And the ESRB, they were gonna re-rate the game fucking adults only because of that. So, I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that you could get the modded save or file or something. I think you could do it on the consoles. I mean, I'm sure you could get this hot coffee mod for San Andreas on the PC. But could you do that on the consoles? I'm not sure. But maybe that's why they flipped out. So, we'll have to see. Obviously, the game developers have nothing to do with it. Maybe that was the problem, and that probably was the issue with San Andreas, was that they had that in the game, you know? Like, they actually designed that, I don't know, probably just to get, like, a kick. I would imagine if I was a game designer, I would probably do some stupid shit like that. You know, hey, let's do a little sex mini game, you know, just for fun. Come on, guys. You know you want to do a little sex mini game just for fun, and then we'll just take it out the game. You know, just for us to laugh and, you know, joke about or whatever. And you know, boom, you have some fun with it, and then you take it out the game. Well, with that, you know, they didn't really like totally take it out the game or whatever. People could get access to it, and this is a unique boss, which is fucking awesome. And this boss gets fucking hard later on because this thing can totally one-shot you or come pretty damn close to it. On like one dungeon, I know for a fact this thing can fucking super one-shot you. Obviously, this is going to be super easy. And gun parrying this thing is actually really simple. Oh god. Come on, swing. No, don't do that. Just die. Anyway. Because I've been up all night, I'm going off on like tangents and stuff. So let me get back on point. I am hyped for Fallout, and I think the graphics are fucking awesome, guys. Now here's the thing. Remember this. This makes me so mad. People are complaining about these graphics, but it's like, man, you know that game's gonna be fucking huge? Like, come on. People were complaining about The Witcher 3 as well. And honestly, The Witcher 3 looked amazing, I thought. I thought that game had really great graphics. But at the same time, the world was fucking huge. That was a fucking huge world. You have to always think about that. And the worlds to these games are getting so fucking big. Oh my god. Dragon Age worlds are fucking huge. And I thought that was like the biggest shit I've ever seen. Then The Witcher comes out, and I'm like, fuck, that's definitely the biggest fucking world I've ever seen. And I'm gonna say, more likely, I would imagine Fallout 4 is gonna have the biggest world ever. And then when the next Elder Scrolls game comes out, that will have the biggest world ever. So, oh my god, this shit's gonna be ridiculous, but it's gonna be awesome. You gotta understand this. I am a huge Elder Scrolls nerd. I get way too into it. I don't know why. I just get, like, absorbed. But for Fallout, for some reason, I get so much more absorbed into it. And just from, like, the little gameplay I've seen, it just looks so awesome. So much customization. Oh, I'm so hyped for that game. And it's going to be coming out pretty soon. So, obviously, yes, I'm going to be doing videos for it. A lot of people ask me that, oh, you're going to do anything for Fallout 4? Well, if I have the game, which I plan on getting it, absolutely. I'll do probably some type of series for it, like a Let's Play thing. But I think what I'm going to do for that game primarily to actually try to generate some views from that game. Because normally when I do these Let's Plays, yeah, you know, I get some people watching it, but, you know, sometimes it can be very popular. But the best thing for me to do, and this is what I'm going to do for Dark Souls and other things, probably Bloodborne as well for its DLC. If there's any secrets or anything that I find out, I'll release a video about that. Oh, God. Okay, well, I guess we're switching weapons because of that. Well, whatever. Anyway, the point here is that I'll release a video about secrets and stuff. And see, one thing I love to do in Fallout is to basically roam around and explore and, like, look through all the places. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a fucking guide because I'm gonna, if I find a place, I'm gonna fucking go inside. I'm gonna check it out, see if there's any water or food, you know. That's how nerdy I am with that game. I literally have that kind of mindset where I feel like I'm in this world and I have to survive. I can't trust nobody, man. Life sucks. So if I do a series for that, I'm going to try really hard to do it like that. Now, it will be interesting because obviously I'm pretty energetic in these videos and stuff. But if I can actually pull that off the way I want to do it, I'm going to try to get really immersed, and I'm going to basically be kind of weird and nerdy, and just, it's going to be strange. Like, you guys are going to be like, what's wrong with jumping? Because I'm going to be, like, so fucking ridiculous. I don't even know what to see. I might not do it just because I know first time through that game, I'm going to get way sucked into it. If I do a normal Let's Play, and I act the way I normally do, when I do these Let's Plays, I try to get hyped and everything. I know that I'm not going to have as much fun with it because to me, it's all about getting sucked into that world. And if I can get sucked in that world, I'm going to have a blast. Because I'll just give you a quick example. I've already talked about this before, but I'm going to talk about it again because, you know, I know a lot of people miss this or maybe they just want to hear about it maybe again. I don't know. Well, it's whatever. Point here is that one thing that I'll do, for example, is like let's say I am exploring this world, the wasteland or whatever, and I see like a group of people, or I don't know, bandits in the distance, and there's a shack or something. I'll literally be like sneaking around, like, should I engage that? You know, can't trust anyone in these wastes. Just fucking crazy shit like that. Like, that's the way I get. I'm like, I'm gonna have to go inside and look for water. I haven't had any clean water for days. So let me know what you guys think about that. I'm sure some of you are gonna be like, what the fuck, really, bro? I mean, I've back in the day, it's been so long since Skyrim. It's kind of old news at this point. But when I originally played that shit, man, you know, I would be fucking screaming and yelling at the dragons, and I would be doing all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just so into that, where I'm like, you know, oh shit, dragon music, oh fuck yeah, man, hell yeah. And then I'm just fucking yelling and screaming, I'm pumped, I'm like, you know, get down here, you bitch. Ah, you know, I don't know. I get way too into that crap. But primarily what I'm going to be doing, if I find anything in Fallout, I'm going to release videos about it, especially for all the unique shit, because I'm going to try to find like everything on my own, and I'm going to basically show that crap off. Anyway, that's probably going to be my main thing I'm going to be doing for that game in terms of like YouTube, you know what I'm saying, getting views for that. And you know what's interesting, when I do that kind of stuff, it generates a lot of views, because see, I get people coming in, or you know, they'll watch those videos because they want to know something, and they find it from me, and then maybe they'll watch my like let's play of it or whatever because they're interested. I think that's kind of like how Dark Souls went, and now it's a little bit different because it's been so long, and I don't really do those videos anymore because it's not really worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the point. Like, the way I look at a lot of this shit is that, should I actually do any, like, videos for the Taken King and secrets and crap? Because, you know, there's so many fucking people doing that. See, for something like Dark Souls, there's not that many people doing it. Or for other games, there's not that many people doing it. I guess you could say for Fallout, there's going to be a lot of people doing that as well. But that's the way I look at it, where if I know that there's, like, fucking thousands upon thousands of people on YouTube posting the same type of video, like, this is how you get this, then is it really worth, like, posting a video of my own to kind of explain that in my way? I don't know. Sometimes I have found videos before where I've seen someone, like, doing a thing or trying to, like, talk about how to get something, and I'll watch their video, and I'll be like, fuck, man, like, this guy is not explaining this good. And I'll read the comments, and then I'll see all these people confused and shit. And sometimes that will motivate me to go and make one of those videos, because I'm like, I can explain that better. You know what I'm saying? I can actually, like, really break that down and try to explain that as best as I can, and do it in terms so that a lot of people will understand it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, once again, I'm going off on tangents and stuff, but I plan on doing that for Dark Souls 3 as well. Bloodborne 2, if that ever comes out. Demon Souls 2, if that ever comes out, whatever. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end this episode here. So I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, will you please like the video for me? Be sure to subscribe. And I really do hope that everyone has a very nice day. And peace out.